Hello, dear children. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you in today's English class where we have already started the chapter The Little Girl in first video. So now, today we are going to start from this page. Don't know if you shudder like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Because rest of other time she was not stammering. As far as her habit is concerned, she was able to speak properly, but whenever she was talking to her father, she started stammering. So her father showed her concern that if he mimicked her, and he said that if you stammer like that mother would take you to the doctor. She never stuttered with other people. She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only with father. Because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. As I was telling you that earlier, beginning she was stammering, but now she had stopped stammering in front of anyone. She had cover it up, but in front of her father, because she had to be extra cautious, she used to become nervous, and that is why she started stammering. What's the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, Kaiza, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Now, father is telling to her mother that why Kaiza, why you look so nervous as if you are going to suicide. You look so nervous all the time. And he talked to her mother, and he said, Mother, I wish you should teach this child something, not to be so nervous all the time. Because Kaiza, the little girl, could not be normal in front of her father's company. So her father thought that it was her regular behavior. Now he said, will you take my teacup? He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth, when he yawned. But see, at the beginning it is mentioned that when you were young, you were unable to understand the feelings of your parents so better way as right now. So the same thing was happening with the little girl Kaiza as well. She considered her father so big, so huge, his hand, his legs, and especially his mouth when he was yawning. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. Whenever the little girl was thinking about her father alone, she considered as if she was thinking about a giant, a huge character. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. See, on Sunday, when it's Sunday, father is at home, so her grandmother wanted to bridge up the gap between the little girl and her father. So she sent her to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother together. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. See, this picture is described here. So when she went to meet, whenever she was going to meet her father and mother on Sunday, or spend some healthy time with father and mother, when her grandmother sent her mother used to read newspaper all the time, and her father was sleeping as if it is in the picture it is shown, handkerchief on his face and his leg on the best cushion. And all these things seems very odd to her. Sleeping soundly and snoring. This used to be every Sunday routine. Actually, her father was tired, and on Sunday he was taking rest like the way he wanted in his home. But Keza, the little girl, she could not understand it and she thought it was not civilized. She sat on a stool gravely, sadly, seriously, watched him until he woke and stretched and asked the time, then looked at her. She used to sit there because her grandmother sent her to have a conversation. She used to sit there on stool and waiting for her father to wake up. When the father woke up, opened his eyes, and every time he was asking time. Don't stare so, Keza. You look like a little brown owl. And father was also not, he was not considering it was important to speak in very polite way to the girl. So when she was staring to him, father used to say, it used to be his habit, that do not stare like an owl, brown owl. One day when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him a pin cushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. When she was kept indoor, meaning she did not go to play, that was her free time, her grandmother told her next week her father's birthday was coming. So the grandmother told her to make a beautiful cushion with yellow silk and made her father happy. This was the suggestion given by her grandmother. Laboriously, with a double cotton, the little girl stitched 3 sides. The little girl had also started working on this, and she stitched from 3 sides, because when you are making cushion from one side, you need to fill the stuffings. But what to fill it with? That was the question. She stitched from 3 sides. Now something need to be filled to make a cushion. But she could not understand, or she did not know what to fill. That was the question in front of her. The grandmother was out in the garden and she wandered into mother's bedroom to look for scraps. Scraps meaning the useless stuffs, small pieces of clothes or paper or etc. that are not needed. But unfortunately, that time the grandmother was looking after something in garden, and she went in her mother's room to search some scraps, some paper or some useless clothes like that. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper, gathered them up, tore them into tiny pieces and stuffed her case, then sewed up the 4th side. So she found on the left side of the bed so many papers were lying. Fine papers were lying, and the little girl was innocent enough, she could not understand those paper would be useful. She torn them into very small pieces and fill inside the cushion, and then sewed that cushion from the 4th side as well. Dear children, today we will do this much only. Thank you everyone.